So combination deals with the ways. We want to know the ways of arranging, the ways of presenting, the ways of grouping. Okay, let's do an example. I have Jane, Peter, Lily, Adam, Kim, Fatma, Janvi, and Devki in a class. How many students do we have? We have 8 students. Now, I want to select, say, 4 students to present an assignment. Okay? Each of them have done the assignment, but I want to pick 4 students. It could be any 4 students. It can be Jane, it can be Lily, it can be Devki, it can be Janvi, it can be Adam, it can be Kim, Fatma, and Lily. We have to pick 4 students. And now the probability is that there are so many different ways of doing it. So we want to know what are the different ways of picking 4 students. Okay? Now that means we're going to do combination. And how do we do this? We have to have the total on top and what we are selecting at the bottom. So what is our total? Our total is 8. So we're going to have 8 on top. And we're going to select. How many students are we selecting? We're going to select only 4 because we want 4 students to present in the assignment. That means we're going to say 8C4. And you just plug this in your calculator. If I want 5 students, again, I'll just take the total, 8, combination, 5. Is that simple? Because we are only picking 5 students. We are only picking 4 students. We are picking. Whatever we are picking goes on the bottom. And how do we do that on a calculator? Okay, you're going to press Shift. And you'll see here NCR, NPR. This is for permutation and this is for combination. And we're dealing with combination, so we're going to do combination. But before we do that, we have to put the total number. Total number is 8. 8C4. What is 8C4? 70. There's 70 ways of picking 4 students to present. If we don't want 4, we can remove and put 5. And we get 56. Okay? So you can see this is the different ways of picking, the different ways of grouping, the different ways of presenting, the different ways of arranging. It's almost similar to permutation, but we'll come to that later. Let's try this. We have 7 apples. That's a question for you. You have 7 apples. Out of these 7 apples, I want you to pick 2 apples. And maybe this is the answer, it's not. Okay? So this is what you're going to try. You have 7 apples. Okay? You have a total of 7 apples. I want you to pick or select 2 apples. One of them has to be green. You have 7 apples. You have to pick 2 apples. That means you have 2 spaces, and one of them has to be green. Think about it. So, always remember, what is our total? We had 7 apples, but you're already going to pick one of them. That means our total reduces by 1. So, since we only have 2 spaces for 7 apples, but one of them is already green, so we don't have space anymore. We only have space for 1 apple. and that apple can be red or it can be green. So what is our total? Our total is going to be 6, because we're going to from the 6 apples we're going to choose 1 apple, right? So we're going to have 6C1. 6C1. That's our answer. You can compute it, and remember, when it comes to combination, we always have total at the top, combination, and what you're selecting. What am I selecting? So since we had 7 apples, 1 has already been picked, 1 space has been taken. From the 2 spaces that we had, we have 1 remaining. So remove 1 green apple. You have 6 apples remaining. From the 6 apples, we're going to pick 1. That is 6C1. Now suppose I give you a question and that's for you to try. Again, you have 7 apples. Okay, you have 7 apples as your total. I want you to pick 3 apples. That means you have 3 spaces. And from these 3 apples, 1 is green, 1 is green, 1 is red. From the 7 apples, you have 3 apples, 3 spaces, 3 choices. But you've already been told that 1 space is going to be green and 1 is red. What is your answer?